Turner is the ranking Republican on the committee. So you have oversight over the Justice Department. That's the way our system works. Do you think that you'll be able to see this, even if it's in a classified setting, Republicans and Democrats, members of that committee, to be able to see that for your own eyes?
Well, we absolutely should. I mean, one thing that we know, Dana, is first off that the Department of Justice and the FBI had options. They didn't have to do the most intrusive, invasive execution to get these documents that are alleged to be highly classified by actually going into Mar-a-Lago and spending 9 hours. They could have gone to court and asked for their subpoena to be enforced and these documents to be turned over to a court. We know from the warrant that they're making allegations that that the president had classified documents, and from the inventory, notice did not include anything about passports. They allege that they have taken classified documents from his residence. What we want to know is, what did they tell the court to get that warrant? And the only way we'll know that is through that affidavit. Did they claim that these documents represented a high national security threat, which really should be the bar to be going into a former president's home? And then secondly, show us the goods. What did they get? When they claim they have classified documents as a national security threat, was there? So show us the affidavit, let us know what you told the court you'd find, and show us what you found. Let's see those boxes.
Last hour, Jonathan Turley was saying you can redact portions of that affidavit and still release to the public and not reveal some sort of investigation that's underway. Maybe the judge makes that decision on Thursday, because we just got the word that he'll hold the hearing at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Wall Street Journal, Bill McGurn wonders this. Merrick Garland goes solo in Mar-a-Lago search. Should Biden know about the Trump raid? If not, that's truly disturbing. He makes the point that you're going to break down the walls of 200 years of precedent without talking it over with others. What do you think happened in those?
Well, if you notice, the Attorney General has never said that he did not inform the White House. Only the White House has been claiming that they had no knowledge. It'll be very interesting to see what Attorney General Garland says when he actually gets to the point where he will answer questions. We know this raid was undertaken against President Biden's political rival. We also know that Donald Trump himself personally derailed Attorney General Garland's path to the Supreme Court. And we also know that the FBI has in the past submitted bogus information to get a warrant that was directed at Donald Trump, where they used the bogus Russia dossier that even the New York Times says is not factual, that they submitted to a court as their basis to get a warrant against Donald Trump. There's a pattern here, and also when you look at the unequal application of the law with Hillary Clinton and a very similar issue, almost identical, it certainly shows that the Attorney General at the Department of Justice have got to give an explanation and justify this to the American public.
I was wondering this. I mean, obviously, you have Democratic counterparts on your committee and ones that you see, but especially on the committee. Do you get a sense that any of those Democrats, we don't need names, are concerned about the unprecedented nature of this, that they have some trepidation about it as well?
Well, I think everyone should. I mean, and certainly you have had on a bipartisan basis calls for this information to be released and calls for the documents to be reviewed by the Intelligence Committee to determine whether or not there were really highly classified documents here. So, I mean, in order for them to have gone into his house, remember, they spent 9 hours there. They would have had to have said to the court, there is a high national security risk from the documents that are there. They're going to have to prove that. They're going to have to show to us that it actually rose to that level, and that the other options available to them, even just asking, the court or the former president in the process of cooperation, tell them what they know, ask them to comply. None of that was followed before they went into his home.
Mike Turner, thank you. The Republican from
Good to have you.
Ohio.
Thank you.
We'll bring you back soon.